Ty the Real Randy Chavez. We got a lot more stuff to talk about. I'll get to comments in a while. I do have to go and yeah, we'll start off. I'll wait for a couple people to get here first. Let me start this bike. All right, starting workout. What level are we going? We going 9? Level 9 today. All right. So there's a couple of let me read what I wrote on Twitter though. Actually, I can. I have Chris Coffey's update up. But basically, we do have some good journalism, or we have some decent, I would say, journalism from a I forget her name, but she seems like a very nice lady that is writing for NBC News. The writer on this, which I think it says her name at the bottom of the article. Yep, continue reading. I just want to get this right, so I don't. Ed Osifo, I think that's the name. She has her DMs open. Based on what I can tell from this journalist, she goes on and says to a lot of different things, whether it's SVB banks, like, hi, I'm a journalist writing from NBC News, can I DM you? She's always nice, always ask permission. So I'll read that article first. Actually, before I do this, before I get into this, I want to read Chris Coffey's statement here that he had posted a couple days ago when the NFT backlash first happened, saying, and this is what I think people probably should go and react like, is via Chris Coffey's statement, and not me, because I'm not as nice as Chris. Anyway, Chris Going says, I made Sesame Street NFT response video, but I don't think I'm going to post it because people genuinely feel hurt, believing what was once wholesome is now a cash grab that's bad for the environment. He says he doesn't believe in fighting violence with violence. He prefers to educate. Good for you. So Sesame Street has been associated with many cash grabs in quotations, if selling collectibles is considered this. They've sold consumers products since I've been a child, so please inform me how this is different. Oh, by the way, they also sell Funko Pops, which leads to the next argument. $30 million worth of Funkos are going to a landfill. Opposed to what we see happening with NFTs, which is a recordable environmental impact on a 99.9% carbon neutral chain immutable, if you actually are an environmentalist and don't suddenly care, you can look at the kilowatt breakdown on the site, and it goes into much deeper detail of the energy usage. People don't want to have these conversations because being angry is easier. I hope one day as humans, we can discuss things without threats, rage, and saying horrible things to one another. Until then, most conversations lead to a dead end. So shout out to him for that. And again, this does start out fairly decent. At least the article by NBC News, written by this lady that I told you about before. It looks like it leans a little bit more towards anti-NFT, but does give some examples of some of the positive things about NFTs, or at least from the Veve community. Title is, Some Sesame Street fans say Cookie Monster NFTs don't honor the show's legacy, which is an okay title. She could have very well used one of those quotes to say, like, my childhood is dead now. Anyway, she goes on to say, is the metaverse on the way to Sesame Street? Question mark. Some fans of the beloved TV series, I'm putting this down to 7. I am not doing that. Some fans of the beloved TV series criticized Sesame Workshop, the nonprofit organization behind the show, after it announced it would offer 5,555 editions of Cookie Monster NFT collectibles. Critics on social media said the decision to launch an NFT collection is a divergence from Sesame Street's origins as an educational program to help level the playing field for kids from disadvantaged backgrounds, particularly Black and Latino children. And this lady does appear to be a person of color, so I don't think she's speaking out of turn at all. Also, in case you can't tell, I'm also a minority, so in case I speak for some of the rest of the minorities, I'm not speaking out of turn either. Some pointed out the cost, which each NFT is priced at $60, also makes it inaccessible to many viewers. Here's my first argument against this. There are a bunch of Tickle Me Amos. There are a bunch of Cookie Monster pajamas. There are a bunch of every item out there that you could think of. You can buy on Amazon, you can buy wherever, that range in this price range. I see a super chat from Brittany. Let me go to my actual video here and see what she says. We got super chat saying, request to increase the treadmill income. Are you kidding me? Fine, going back to 9. It's going to lessen the quality of the video, but that's fine. We can do that. That is always happy. That is a reference from a weird TikTok. Anyway, so what I'd like to say about this, like, this is not the only thing that is $60. And again, nobody is saying, hey, you now have to pay $60 a year or $60 a month, whatever, to continue to watch PBS and watch Sesame Street. That's not the case. This is completely optional. No one's sticking a gun to your head and be like, you better buy this freaking thing, or you're going to be guts all over this goddamn room. No, nobody's saying that. This is completely optional. Anyway, moving on. It says, quote, NFTs are very much against the ideals I associate with Sesame Street. And that's a quote from Becca Petunia, a writer for Tough Pigs, saying Muppet fans grew up with a Sesame Street online. All right, so Tough Pigs is a Muppet fans who grew up a Sesame Street online fan community. More on Becca later, because that is as this piece of journalism going over, I think is a fairly decent one. The one that was made on the Tough Pigs is absolute trash. And again, more on that in a bit. But the article goes on to say the Cookie Monster NFTs seem financially inaccessible for most people and aim to those with disposable income. Okay, don't you think that Tickle Me Elmo's Cookie Monster pajamas, things that go for 20, 40, or even more than what these NFTs go for, which is animated and has sound, by the way. Cookie pajamas ain't animated. They don't have sound, as far as I know. I would totally buy those, though. This person, this writer that lives in Brooklyn, that enjoys the comforts of living in a first world country, has the gall to say, oh yeah, this is inaccessible for most people. All right, so are all of the other toys. And I get it. It's like, okay, well, $20, big difference between $20 and $60. I get that. Person going paycheck to paycheck, only putting $5 of gas in their tank at a time because that's all they can afford. I understand that. We have to understand that most of the world, if you make, I think, $32,000 a year, you are in the 1% in the world. I say that because most of the world or a lot of the world is really not as well off as America. Most of the world is not as well off as America. So when you go and say this is inaccessible, so is every other product out there for the first world. You think people in war-torn Africa, in Yemen that are getting bombs dropped on every day, you think they're going to spend an extra $30 for cookie pajama pants? No. Anyway, the quote goes on saying, the environmental impact is questionable, which contradicts Sesame's many ecological messages. This is from Becca, saying it isn't a product which feels purposeful or important. And again, I'll read her article in a bit, but I like that Becca had said it's questionable and wasn't all of a sudden going boom, 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 as it's so horrendous for the environment. At least Becca had said it's questionable. But then Becca says it isn't a product which feels purposeful or important. Are Tickle Me Elmos, are anything really purposeful or important? Now, I get it. There are some things that, yeah, a stuffed Elmo doll, a stuffed whatever doll, Snuffleupagus, can be comforting to a young kid. The favorite character on the TV show, get a stuffed doll out of it. We see this in Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, where Sheen really likes Ultraman. And, he has these play figures, he has the action figures. Makes him feel good, makes him feel better. So I get that. But is it purposeful? What is the purpose of most things? Most things are to entertain you or to make money. Now you do have Sesame Street, which originally was brought on to help educate brown people, black and brown people, children, if they couldn't go to preschool, then that's what they do. This was made specifically for that type of purpose, of educating. So I get that. But are Cookie Monster Funko Pops, or Snuffleupagus Funko Pops, are those actually in line with that? Again, if you're gonna call something unimportant, address it to all, not just the one thing that you don't like. Others online had similar reactions, saying Sesame Street was built on helping educate children in lower income living. Yep. Give those less privileged the opportunity to learn before entering preschool. One fan account called Muppet History tweeted, "This nostalgia-fueled cash grab goes against the ideology entirely and it's sickening. God forbid Sesame Street, which loses money every single year, God forbid they go out and say, hey, Veve, you guys are really successful. A lot of your audience seems to have disposable income. They seem to have expendable income that they don't mind going off and spending. You even raised $750,000 for the war effort in Ukraine. So Veve, we know you're a good company. We know you have your ideals right. We know your main thesis is perfect for this type of situation. Do you want to help us out? This way we can gross together over $300,000 when these sell out. The profits that are going to Sesame Street, their share, what do you think they're going to do that? Think it's going to line the CEO's pockets? That is going to help them continue their mission in every part of the world. What is Becca doing for this? Is Becca trying to raise $300,000 for Sesame Street so they can continue to go and say, let us help educate kids in 120 different countries for 190 million different children around the world? Becca doing that? I don't freaking think so. Anyway, moving on. Quote, who even asked for this? Who does this appeal to? End quote, wrote another Twitter user. Also, I would love to ask these questions to Becca myself. I mentioned two things to Becca on their posts. And by the way, I'm calling them they and their because Becca had blocked me. And I cannot tell what their pronouns are. Becca has the trans flag in their bio. So I know they're trans, and I know that I don't want to assume, guessing, because their Twitter handle is at Uncle Petunia, or Petunio, but they go by Becca. I'm assuming male to female trans, but again, I don't want to assume their gender. I don't want to misappropriate pronouns. So if their particular pronouns are he, him, or she, her, I don't know it because they had blocked me. And there was no actual interaction. I commented on one of their posts twice. One saying, yeah, I agree. There's a lot of NFTs do have a net negative impact to the world. Do you want to come on the podcast and talk about it? And I wrote another one saying, I've given my life. My life's mission is to help animals and the environment that they live in. I think there's a lot that we can agree on. Do you want to come on the podcast? And I guess those two things, this person, Becca, happened to go and say, yeah, no, you're worthy of blocking. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, moving on. Some also question the relevance of NFTs. NFTs are still around. My guy, and I don't know who said this, so I'm not misgendering anyone. My guy, someone that says that NFTs are still around. You know that California recently had just said, hey, all the titles moving forward are going to be NFTs. They're going to be on the blockchain now, right? Not all of these are just, crap projects out there that don't do anything. They're just 2D JPEGs. A lot have utility. A lot have meaningful purpose. Another quote says, this is pure disrespect for an education institution like Sesame Street, but the NFT market is collapsing. Another user added. Tell me you don't know much about NFTs without saying you don't know much about NFTs. Yeah, a lot of the market had already had a collapse, but then you can make another argument saying that, yeah, a lot of it's on the rebound for a decent amount of projects. Also, I have another super chat. Let me go answer that real quick. It happened to be from Croner saying, I request to decrease the treadmill incline back. I don't want to get out of breath, Randy. Oh, my man. All right. Back to 7. All right, we good. We Gucci, fam. All right. Thank you, Croner. I wish I'd seen that particular thing before. That a spokesperson for Sesame's workshop did not address the backlash when asked for a request for comment. Cool. Quote, the launch of Sesame Street Digital Collectibles helps fund our mission-driven work to help children everywhere grow smarter, stronger, and kinder while giving our longtime adult fans a new way to showcase their love for Sesame Street's character, the spokesperson said. End quote. Perfect. That is a perfect representation, I think, of what this hopes to achieve. Partnership with Veve is an opportunity to explore the digital space to connect with collectors in ways that resonate with them. Another perfect sentence from the spokesperson. Veve, a digital collectibles app that has partnered with Sesame Street, Offers premium licensed collectibles from partner brands including Disney, Marvel, DC Comics and Warner Bros., and Star Wars. Platform allows fans to interact with one another by showcasing digital collections in virtual showrooms and virtual visiting, commenting on liking showrooms from other collectors. Some online defended Sesame Street's decision, saying NFTs are better for the environment than real toys, and there's a real collector base for these that people love to throw hate at, another user wrote. Shout out to them. Super chat from Brittany. Tell me to drink some water. Hydro homies on Reddit would be proud. Hydrate. All right, there we go. Gracias. My man, Brittany. Which, by the way, I got a story about Brittany, which I think some of you have already heard, but I'll say it again later. Somebody says, I grew up watching Sesame Street, and I'm a fan of it till this day. Another user wrote, it was part of my childhood. I've not seen a valid argument against NFT that cannot be disproved yet. Arguments against NFTs are either weak or just stem from ignorance. Preach, girl! Whoever said that. Cookie Monster NFT drop is scheduled for March 19th. Petunia said, well, Uwa is saying she, so I'll just, I'll read that for this. Petunia said she plans to honor the Sesame Street she grew up with. Again, I don't know her actual pronouns, so I'm going to call her they. Yes, this particular image is new, they said of NFTs, but it doesn't do anything to further our appreciation for the characters in a meaningful way. I think so. I think it's very progressive, Cookie Monster. Like, in all my years as a child, Cookie Monster always wanted to take cookies from Kermit, from Elmo, whatever. In this NFT, it shows character growth, that he's willing to bake those cookies himself. And again, is this the first appearance of Stove? I don't know. Comment down below if you know. But anyway, that is the, I think, relatively decent article from Uwa Ediosifo, writer of NBC News, has about 9.4 million followers over on the Twitter. Okay, now for the trash. And this is via toughpigs.com. Oh no, Sesame Street gets into the NFT biz. So Becca writes, here we go again. On Monday, 13 March, Variety shared the exclusive story that Sesame Street was entering the NFT game. Every time a Henson-adjacent property has entered the NFT scene, we here at Tough Pigs, which they do have about 20,000 followers over on Twitter, by the way, we here at Tough Pigs have had a negative reaction. An editorial has called me into complaint. In 2021, I said that Labyrinth NFTs were the worst thing the Henson Company had ever done. Don't we have Labyrinth NFTs? Didn't they do okay? So, I don't know exactly what the Henson Company has done in the past, but if you think that NFTs are the worst thing that they have ever done, what kind of research are you actually doing? Discredited from here on out. Just last month, this person, Becca, had showed you Fraggle Rock NFTs and how they were repackaging old screenshots with no gain. Isn't that what like Starbucks do? Isn't that what most NFT projects are doing? Anyway, it says, and now they've come for Cookie Monster. And I'm just tired. Oh no, they've come for your precious Cookie Monster. Which again, at any point in time, any of these companies could have said no, but obviously they find a really good reason to do this, such as using those funds to educate black and brown children in the rest of the world. All children, but you know what I mean. So Becca continues to write, says, here we go again, all the same lingo we're used to. Jennifer Ahern, Sesame Workshop's VP of Global Strategic Partnership, says, collaborating with Veve for Sesame Street's first collection of digital collectibles is a great way to celebrate the series, enduring legacy, and give our longtime fans a new way to showcase their love for Sesame Street and its characters. You cannot argue that. It is a good way for many fans to do so. So, this person, Becca, writes, great. A new way to showcase my love for Sesame Street and its characters by spending $60 to own one of 5,555. She puts collectibles in, or they put collectibles in quote, 3D images of the Cookie Monster. Becca neglects to inform everybody that it's animated and it has sound. We'll ignore that for now. So Becca says that's it. That's what we're talking about here. We're spending $60 on that. Am I Walter White as Heisenberg in one episode of Breaking Bad? Because you're goddamn right. Becca says, yep, we're back here again. Admittedly, this is at least new artwork, which is more than I can say for those Fraggle NFTs from February. Again, I'm not sure what they are. Becca could be completely right on those. I don't know. However, comma, it's not exactly good artwork. Who the fudge are you to determine what's good artwork or not? Art is supposed to be subjective. Art is supposed to make you feel different after you looked at it than when before you looked at it. That is, yeah, no, get the heck out of here with that. Saying it's not good artwork. Moving on. It's a fairly low detail 3D render. Looks kind of like those old Sesame toys. Except again, it's not real. What is real? What is real? It's on blockchain. I can see it. I can play with it. I can go and interact with it. What do you mean it's not real? Anyway, then, it's not real. It has nowhere near the kind of artistic appeal of the puppet itself, which again, matter of perspective, says the kind of artistic appeal of the puppet itself, or the old Sesame books, or the kind of fan art you'll see the talented artists on Muppets Twitter and on this very website making every day. Now, I'm not trying to take away of any of the people that are doing fan art. I've had people make fan art of me. I've had people make fan art of other things. And most of it's really cool. Even the stuff that's meant to be a little insulting is kind of funny. I like it. But it continues on saying, what can we do with our very own Cookie Monster NFT? Mostly just look at it on the Veve app and remember that we own it. I'm sorry, what do most people do with Funko Pops? Do most people take out the Funko Pops out of the packaging and play with it? No. Sits on the wall. I dated a girl that had a wall, a whole entire wall filled with Funko Pops. Multiple Funko Pops deep. Says, according to this Variety article, Cookie can be put in our digital collections in virtual showrooms. We can also look at other virtual showrooms and comment on them. That's true. Becca says, once again, I want to remind you that Muppet Wiki exists, and it's free, and there's thousands of images of Cookie Monster alone on it. Like, here's a picture, and you can't see it, picture of Cookie Monster, of Ernie holding a Cookie Monster photo. It's kind of cool. And she says, for free. Becca said, they said, save your $60 and use it to buy a Nintendo Switch game or something. Yeah, don't use your $60 to promote charity. Don't use your $60 to help educate the disenfranchised around the world. Spend your $60 on a Nintendo game, which I am Mr. Nintendo. Have a sleeve of Nintendo. Anyway, Becca says, look, I'm treading a lot of the same ground I did a month ago with the Fraggle NFT stuff. Like I said, I'm tired. Yeah, me too, girl. Person. Ultimately, these NFTs aren't for us super fans who'd much rather just own a set of Sesame Street Treasury or follow that bird on DVD. Who uses DVDs? I'm sorry. You know, teach their own. Not everything has to be for us, of course. A lot of people will argue NFTs are fine, which at least the ones on Veve are. And obviously, everyone is allowed to have their opinions. This is mine. This is bad and actively harmful to the Sesame Street brand. Doubt, but okay, let's keep going. Becca says there's nothing to NFTs. There's no purpose. So, again, we just went over how much purpose they have. Sesame, a brand that for years thrived on the idea of purposeful merchandise, has settled on this. What do I mean by purposeful merchandise? Well, originally Sesame Street was hesitant to sell anything that wasn't educational. For years, their products had information on them, reminding parents how buying these things could help them continue with the lessons their kids were learning on TV show. Have you read a book in like 40 years? This is not exactly how it works anymore. Here's a photo of two pieces from my personal collection, dating from the earliest days of Sesame Street. Okay, when you buy a piece of merchandise from Sesame Street, or not from somebody else. I used to have a Cookie Monster hair comb when I was younger. If I still had that and you wanted to buy it, assuming you have hair, does Sesame Street get anything out of that? No. Will Sesame Street get something out of this every time it sells on the secondary market? I don't know. I hope so. I wouldn't mind paying another 2%, another 3%, whatever it is, knowing that those proceeds can go help fund this venture, this philanthropic venture. I don't have no issue with it, but again, I don't know. Follow this. You can see that Sesame Street even took the time to remind parents how a book could be used to help their kids further. But it goes on and says, I know those days are gone. Okay, thank you. And have been for a while now. There's nothing educational about the Cookie Monster pajama pants we all had, or have, honestly. Fair point. Or that really big Snuffleupagus Funko Pop. But as a whole, Sesame is a brand known for simple joys, connections, positivity, and quality. Is it not simple for me to want to look at something in VR or in my showroom or just look at the artwork on it? Is it not simple for positivity and being in a good mood? Is it not simple for me connecting to other people that also want to buy this NFT? And the quality? Show me another 3D animated, officially licensed Cookie Monster that does what this does. You can't. Why? Because it doesn't exist. This isn't any of those things. Again, just debunked. What Sesame is selling with the forced scarcity and the purposefulness or the purposelessness of the CG images is gambling. NFTs, like every bubble, are about financial speculation. Okay, like if you're talking about every bubble, like housing bubble, is that? I mean, I guess it is, but for housing, you really just want that to live. If you want a better investment, like a better ROI for your money, I would argue that it's a little bit better to buy something in the S&P 500, the SPY, the VOO, or many crypto. Let's go with Bitcoin. Let's not even talk about alts. Let's just talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. For a house that you have, $400,000 that you have to pay for, which is really cheap in Long Island. You probably can't get that anymore. Let's say like $550, and you have a 30-year mortgage. For that $550,000 house, you're paying over $800,000 for it. Now again, you should be able to sell that at an increase in time. But again, bubbles pop all the time. To call this just pure speculation is a falsehood, because I'm not buying these rabbit stamps, these Year of the Rabbit stamps. I'm not buying them because I think they'll go from $2 to $8. Will they eventually at some point? Maybe. I don't know. I'm buying them because I like them. I'm buying them to get me in the top 500 wallets on Veve. Why am I buying Cassie Lang's? Is it because I think they'll go from I don't even buy the normal ones. I only buy sub 100s. And number 9999. But am I buying them because I think they're going to have the best ROI on Veve? No. You have the Todd for that. You have Risa for that. You have Partner Stature for that. Secret Spider. You have a whole bunch of things that 100% will. But I'm buying a lot of these collectibles because I like them. I don't have 200 plus Loki collectibles, just the commons, because I think they'll moon. I buy them because I like them. Anyway, so to say that this is just for gambling and it's about speculation, absolute falsehood. NFT collectibles need to look legitimate, but there's no substance here. Again, to you, it's a get-rich-quick scheme. Again, tell me you don't know anything about Veve. Without telling me you don't know anything about Veve or NFTs in general. Designed to use our love of Cookie Monster to disguise how it's buying something low and reselling it later. Again, false. That's how all these NFTs work. They're not to be enjoyed. They're to be stockpiled to be profited upon. For a person that is part of a community that always hates to have people assume things about them, this person is assuming a lot about this community that I'm in. I say, like all bubbles, it's going to burst. It's already wavering. I mean, you can make the argument that the bubble or the hype has died down a lot since 2021. Moving on, saying, we're seeing interest Wayne and Board Ape Yacht Club. Didn't they just have like a land sale of like $100-something million? Not to mention that there's a class action lawsuit about celebrities artificially inflating the prices of those ugly monkeys. Yeah, let me know how a lot of those class action lawsuits tend to work out. Meta just announced this week that they're exiting the NFT game. I put that as a very good thing, at least for Veve. Major tech companies now can't shut up about AI, leaving NFTs in the dust. AI is a perfect vehicle for a lot of people to make a lot of money. That doesn't lessen NFTs. That's just another piece of a very large pie that we call finance. So Becca goes, says Sesame and the Veve company as a whole isn't giving us a quality product. They're rushing to make some money off this now while they still can. My guy or person, they could have very well done this years ago. They could have done this in the bull market. They haven't. This has nothing to do with making money while they still can. Again, spend any amount of actual journalistic integrity. Spend any amount of actual, and again, I'm not suggesting that this person is low IQ. I'm suggesting that this person is willfully ignorant. I'm not saying that they just don't know. I'm suggesting, and I think they're suggesting or confirming, that they know 100% of the good things about this and the carbon neutralness of Immutable X and NFTs. But they're just choosing, they're electing not to sell any of their audience about that, which their audience, by the way, completely anti-NFT. So God forbid this person have journalistic integrity and try to do something with it. Complete opposite of that. And unlike Beanie Babies, the bag isn't even cute. Again, subjective. This is just a $60 picture of Cookie Monster. You need an app to look at. What happens if, okay, you said about fan art on this particular website. Don't you need a computer to go and look at that? Aren't there like a couple 100 million people in China that don't have smartphones? That don't have computers? How many people have computers nowadays in a lot of areas of the world? I don't. I had a phone. I had a tablet. Will I get one at some point? Sure. I like gaming. Don't need one. Anyway, what happens when no one wants to trade Cookie Monsters? I'll buy them all. If nobody else wants to, I'll buy them all. What happens if the Veve app stops being supported? You think a multi-billion-dollar company that has the greatest licenses in the world somehow going to go down? Even if they do, that won't get bought out because there's a ton of money to be made here? Absolutely not. Will your Cookie Monster display room be then? Chew on that for a bit. Just gave you reasons why. Becca says, like I've said in many other articles, I'm skeptical about the environmental impact of the Ethereum. I know Veve talks a lot about carbon offset and how they use 99.9% less energy than other popular NFTs services. I know that Funko Pops recently reminded us just how wasteful plastic toys can be in the wrong circumstances. Okay, at least they're mentioning that. As I would like to see more specific data. It's on the freaking website. Says, I recognize I don't know enough to challenge them on this right now. Okay. I know that Sesame needs help financially. It's been a hard couple of years for the entertainment industry with job cuts all over. I still operate out of New York City, and Lord knows that things are unbelievably expensive out there. Preach. As I know capitalism forces us all to make sacrifices to keep that line moving forward. Really? You're going to talk about capitalism? Okay, I don't know where this person lives, but if they're anywhere in America, which I imagine they are, how much comforts are you earning because of capitalism? How much better is your life because of capitalism? Because of the tyrannical patriarchy. I'm sorry. Moving on. Workshop, all the brilliant, passionate creatives that work there, yep. At the same time, I'd rather buy things that are quality, things that are joyful and positive. I mean, to each their own. So this is just sad. I don't want to think about financial speculation, greed, and gambling when I think of Sesame Street. You don't need to. You don't need to. Who's asking you to? Because I don't want to think about complicated phrases like layer 2 scaling protocol, instant crate confirmation, and high scalability. So this person is openly admitting that they do not want to do the research. They don't want to try and understand something that does not take too long to go and learn. So I want to think of better things than this god-awful article. Anyway, I'm going to go and look at the comments now. Oh, lordy. Okay. And also, we have a drop to do in like 11 minutes. I'm not going to lie, I'm not feeling so hot. So I've been on this for 30-ish minutes. Whew. I'm gonna, oh God, that's, all right, let's look at some comments. We got Fam Bam saying, you go, boy. I'll try to watch, but we'll likely have to finish it up later. That's fine. Jay Claus says, Randy, loving on the mainstream media today. I did like the fact that they mentioned us, NBC, which again, that article seems to be a little bit more fairly written than the other one. Vveversity, what's going on? Saying I love Randy. Saying let's go, Randy. How's it going, Eva? Hope we're doing well. Evie OG says, what's good, B? Yo, what's good, fam? Marvelous Paxton, Banshee, what up? Sam Bukasa says, get him. Get him, girl. Brandon says, hey, all, what's going on? Pusky says, I liquidated my mighty stacks for some grails. Partners, Star Wars, Golden Moment set, first appearance Penguin, Harley, and Nemo painting. That is probably a decent call. I would say grails are definitely going to go up more than Marvel Mighties. Well, Chavez, why do you buy Marvel Mighties? I just heckin' like them. But yeah, cheers to you on that. Some girl Brittany says, Randy, where are you on a treadmill? Now I'm on a bike. Says your commitment to the gym is on fire. Yeah, this is, I don't even know what day this is. This is my, I think it's my 9th day. So I'm currently in the middle of my 15th workout, and I'll do my 16th workout later on this afternoon. I'm gonna go and do some sit-ups. So I'll put the stuff up there. Can we donate to increase treadmill incline? You did. You absolutely did. Carter says, Randy, you look like Rocky just before the fight in Rocky 1. Thank you. Far too kind. It is. Goal is to just sweat a lot and to go and lose a bunch of fat and then gain a bunch of muscle in the afternoon. What we got here? Increase. Oh, man, you don't have to do it right now. Too late. I already did. You're crushing it at the gym, Randy. You got this. Man of the people. Thank you. And I'm gonna just do sit-ups until we have the drop to go for. Jerry Claus, Sesame Street has been selling fairly expensive toys since 1970. Since the place is a fairly expensive theme park, which has been around since the 80s. Yep. Here Claus says, a lot of people in the world make $1 to $3K a year. Yep. Brandon says, prices are typically adjusted based on region. That is fair. But I don't know how cheap they can make those things. I don't know. Can you even see me? Oh God, my body. I'll answer the rest of the comments from my telefono over here. Can I? Oh, yes, I totally can. Eric Claus says, yeah, living in an expensive region means you live in a nice place. Not necessarily. I've lived in expensive regions, and a lot of my places have looked like poop. News now. Marijuana. As if you live in a third world region, you probably don't have a smartphone or good internet. Anyways, so what does it matter? Good point. This is, bruh, where's the fridge? My fridge. I don't have a fridge anymore. My friend's fridge is upstairs. Price is fine, definitely not racist. Nope, definitely not racist at all. We're good. We're good. Connor with that $2 thing saying, oh, request to decrease the treadmill incline back. Thanks, fam. Oh. Yeah, Claus says, name one product you buy from Russia besides vodka. I don't know. Me personally, I'm not sure. Normal people in the U.S., Russian mail order brides exist because there's a market for them. So imagine other people spend money on that. Oh, Marvelous Pack says, I like this, Randy. Scorpio says, I gotta go to Sesame Street for work once, like the actual TV show. You just see the amounts of money that are spent on producing a TV show. More money is wasted than not. It's a fair point. That's a good point. I didn't even tell the story about Brittany yet. I'll wait until my blood's not in my stomach and I'm not dying. Because this Cookie Monster is selling out so fast. LOL. Will it? I mean, I'm not entirely sure it will. Mars Pax says workout event. Those, in other words, they're mentally damaged. Well, Oracle, I don't know about people. I didn't talk to these people. I just reading some of the tweets. Sam Bukasa says she, her. Okay, so is Becca's pronoun she, her? Jerry Claus says waste. We're talking about landfill waste. Brandon says we appreciate you, Randy. Thank you. Asaya says someone linked the article. So Brandon says, yeah, money's actually wasted. Sets get redesigned once they're up. Product departments have to produce multiple options of items that will never see the show, and they just go to storage somewhere. God damn. Like I said, Randy, can you save some of that sweat and send it to me in a mason jar? When Randy's sweat over Secret Rare Spidey. Mike H, I love you. I mean, if you really want me to, I will. But the sweat is drying off right now. Okay, what some other... where was I? Some go Brittany. Water break. Water break. Hydrate. The military, you say hydrate. Okay. Where's the rest of the comments? Connor says, haha. Let's go. Some go Brittany says something that I cannot 100% look at right now because my eyes are too bad and I can't read all across. That far away from me. I will tell you, though, that this is not the only Sesame Street NFT we're going to get. We should get about 2 more over the course of 2023. This is not the only one we're going to get. We will get more. And it will be awesome. Oh, I don't know how many I've done. Oh, oh. What are your favorite ones that you want? I want Snuffleupagus, and I want Kermit and Miss Piggy and Ebenezer Scrooge. Ah, ugh, 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 ugh. And maybe even Tiny Tim. Oh, Miss Christmas Carol. Fuck. Oh god. And I. Okay. Back to let know. And reading comments off that. Some girl Brittany says that was just for you, Randy. You know I hate water. Yeah, girl, you gotta get with the water. You gotta get with the times. Go to Hydro Homies on Reddit. Marvelous Pack says I love my Dark Crystal NFT. Oh. Marvelous Pack, those are Jim Henson on Quid. Are those even NFTs that they have on Quid? Says inspiring. Sam Costa says, how's being exposed to NFTs, crypto, blockchain, not educational? Agreed. Bogart says, what up? Bogart says, I look like a hologram from here. Thank you. Appreciate that. I think good hologram, I hope. Oh, God, excuse me. Bill Garner says, I'm definitely getting Cookie Monster. Ugh. Mark Robertson, oh, God, says, go, Randy. Man sana and corpor sano. Healthy mind and a healthy body. Healthy body. Oh, Sergeant Jorge Allen says, I could sell my Omi to buy cheaper later, but I don't want to risk to lose the big hype. Gonna happen soon. Omi is a sleeping giant. Agreed. Okay, I can't do this and read at the same time, so I'm gonna put this over there for right now, up on top of me, and then, okay, here we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, next particular things. What are they saying? Henson on Quid. Yep, what up? Yeah, what up? Definitely gonna Cooking Monster. Mark Roberts says, my collectible said it best. We're in the golden age of scarcity in Veve. I'm with you, Randy. Yeah, this is, and why this is the golden age, in my opinion, is because, again, in Pokemon, you have buyer's markets and seller's markets. There's no, oh, it's a bear market. Oh, there's a bull market. They don't think of it like that. They just think of it in terms of, oh my God, why is that hurting me? They just think of it in terms of, is this a good deal? Or am I going to have to pay a premium right now? Pretty much it. There's no, oh, these are going to go down. Oh, God, no, they buy them because they like them. Only recently, the past few years, have people gotten into flipping. Like, I mean, really flipping. I mean, there's always been flippers, but I mean, really flipping. What time is it? Oh, God. We got to go for the drop. All right, Uncanny X-Men. All right, 41 seconds. We got this. Let's see. How many sit-ups I can do? 35 seconds. Oh, shoot, my body. Okay, what are we at now? All right, 15 seconds. All right. We got this. All right, Uncanny X-Men. Let's go. Shoot. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I think. Oh, let's go. Buy now. All right, we're going to buy now. We're going to get this bread. Can't wait to see what number I get. They took the gems, which is a very good thing. Oh, God, excuse me. I'm dying. All right, they took the gems. They are not showing me my mid number. I know the rarity will be revealed upon. Oh, I'm back. Delivery. Uncanny X-Men number 1673. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. I could buy now again? Unable to reserve a comic. Please try again. All right, so I think that... Yeah, they sold out. They definitely sold out. Okay. I'll go on to some more comments while I do some sit-ups. Yeah, so I just get Sleeping Comics says, let's go. Just got back from a 3-mile run. Get that bread, Sleeping. Get that bread. Kelly Bordeaux says, 1 jumping jacks. I don't like to put a lot of... Oh, God, I farted. Okay, sorry. Unnecessary pressure on my knees. That being said, I'm going to go do legs later, and my body's going to kill me. And I do like to jump rope. But, yeah, jumping jacks I'm just not a huge fan of. Not a huge fan of the jumping jacks. This is just about cardio and abs. That's what we're doing right now. And we're going to go until I hate myself more than I normally do. I'm going to go until maybe I hate myself just a little less. Gonna go. And when I'm done, the leg lifts. Do a little more sit-ups. Because Dashy ain't raised no bitch. Okay. Moving on to another comment. Whew. Bill Gardner says, oil, AK-47s, Kalashnikovs, ammo, grain, women, and Russian products. Okay, that's a fair point on things we buy for Russian stuff. But he did not say the mail order brides. Scum Brittany says, hey, Sleepin'. Sleepin' says, hey, Brittany. Oh, I love you too. Mark says, 3 minutes to drop. Thank you for reminding me for the drop. Jimbo Lee says, good morning, Veve fam. Good luck on the drop today. Big L for Mark. Big L for Bill. Yo, Brittany got one, girl. Girl, I got one too. Let's do leg lifts together. Come on. For Veve. For Dashy. For you. For Crothers. For Al. For me. Yes, to be all. Yes, to be all. Oh. Talking about Russian. I love Russians. No. I was engaged to a half Ukraine, half Russian chick. It was 9 years ago, though. It was quite a while. Nine years is a long time. Jimbo Lingo got one. Brenda got one. Wes says, loving these Daddy Chavez workouts. Yeah, me too. I'm going to go finish. Thank you all for the super chats. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Oh, mine got delivered. It's a common. All right, let's see what the commons are going for. These commons are going for $6.99. Just what I bought it for. So I will, I'll keep my comic for another day. Sell it at some point another day. You know, I might go live later tonight. I'll probably do a video at some point. I love you all. Class dismissed. Cheers, mates. Bye, guys. Meow, 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 meow. Bye, Dashy. Meow.